Hello, I'm going to do a short review of the Oura Ring, which, if you haven't seen, is a little ring which tracks quite a lot of your biological markers, which is pretty useful for endurance sport. So when I bought the Oura Ring here, I had actually just lost my wedding ring. So I was in the market for a ring, and it being someone that likes endurance sport and triathlon in particular, I thought, well, this is the perfect opportunity to buy one of these rings. There was a couple of different things on the market. I did look at getting a loop strap instead, which wouldn't have been a replacement for a wedding ring. But I think there was Ultra Human Ring at the time, and there was a few others on the market. So in the end, I went with the Oura Ring. So they send you out a sizing kit if you're wanting to buy it. You can try out the different sizes of it for your finger. You can work out the one you want, and then you just go online, select that, and they'll actually send you the actual ring. So in the box, the main component of what you get in there is the actual ring itself, which is about, at the moment in the UK, I think it's about £270. And also there's an ongoing subscription with that to get the most of the stats, which is about £7 a month, I think. So it's not cheap. So essentially it measures three things. It measures your sleep, your activity and your readiness. Now the good news is that all of those three are available without the subscription, and they're certainly the most useful. The other things it measures are generally like stress and stuff like that, and also it will suggest that you should do some breathing stuff or do some stretching or relaxation type things. Those I think are not particularly valuable, and that's kind of what the subscription gives you access to. But again, you can get the sleep, your activity score and your readiness score. You can get that for free. What you can also do is download the last 6 months, and you can use AI to have a look at that to see if there's any particular trends in that. And certainly I've done that previously and found out that, the main things were just before I was doing like a big race, like an Ironman or half Ironman, then I tended to be a bit more stressed and I get a bit less better quality sleep just before that. I mean, that's no surprise, but at least the ring was picking that up. So how did it perform? Well, actually, it's pretty good for your sleep, activity and readiness. Generally, what it says you're sort of experiencing will line up quite well with how you feel. And that's a good thing. So obviously I've got like other systems. I've got a Garmin that does almost exactly the same thing. And sometimes I think Garmin's sleep tracking isn't quite spot on as the Oura Ring. It's just not as good. It will say, oh, you had 9 hours sleep and actually you had 5 hours sleep and woke up and sat about for a couple of hours, and it will track that as sleep for some reason. So the Oura Ring is actually quite accurate, I think, in sort of terms of how you're feeling. But it's quite limited in that you're only getting 3 things. For if you've got a Garmin, obviously that's a watch. You can use it for different sports and stuff like that. It's also a watch, so you can look at it and see what it is. In terms of the Oura Ring, it's just doing these 3 things. So it does them quite well, but I'm not sure that that's reason enough to buy it on its own. So I think to summarise my experience of using the Oura Ring as an endurance athlete, I would say probably not worth buying it unless you're in the market for a ring. Even then, it's quite an expensive ring compared to some of the competitors. I think Amazfit are doing a ring at the moment, and it will probably be just as good, and it will be much cheaper. So in summary, would I spend my money again to buy exactly the same product again? No, I wouldn't. I might get some sort of ring to monitor recovery, but I probably wouldn't buy this one.